My dear lovely Geminis, my smart Geminis, this is your horoscope for April 2024. In April, exactly in April, we have amazing conjunction. That conjunction is very rare one. And two benefic planets, lucky planet Jupiter and Uranus, planet of surprises, will join the forces to make your life better, to bring another color which you will love and will bring to you new kind of a sense for life and news, and all the news that will be positive and you will like that news for sure. And these two planets will be working hard to make this month amazing, one of a kind. So stay with me until we get to that point of the month. But before that, I would like to say that April, particular beginning of April, is my favorite. We will, even though we will start April with Mercury retrograde, your ruler, my dear Geminis, planet of communication and signing contracts, will start retrograding. And meaning this month it's more like of introspective month, including that we have eclipse on 8th of April. And during eclipse we are still in this tunnel of eclipse, when there is like, this is the second of pair, and first one was 25th of March, and from 25th of March until 8th of April, this kind of a visionless tunnel. We don't see anything, it's just dark, meaning stardust. So we need to wait until this dust settle and we see more clear what those eclipses brought into our lives, and then deal with the situation. So April is better for, to have, to slow down, to look around, to decide, to set intentions, to prepare, to redo things, remake, redraw, reanalyze, reshape, rebuild, everything with this prefix RE, because of Mercury retrograde and also eclipses. So this month I really, especially for you, being Mercury your ruler, to start something new, I don't advise that. Now let's begin with 2nd of April. Mercury will retrograde. For some will be already from 1st of April, depends which time zone you live in. I am in Central Europe, so according to Central European time, it will start on 2nd April. But it doesn't matter in general, because we all already, feeling Mercury retrograde during its shadow period. Every planet has shadow period, meaning it's already slowing down, preparing to go direct backwards, and those period, that period takes also plus 10 days before actual retrograde start date and after. So we've been already feeling the slowdown since end of March. All the mishaps, information miscommunication, all the stuff that is connected to Mercury retrograde. If you'd like to know more about Mercury retrograde, please find it on my channel. I made another video exactly on this topic for each sign with a prediction for April month, and I went there a little bit more deeper into the topic of Mercury retrograde and in general what do's and what don'ts, do not do's, And Mercury will retrograde in your house of future, my dear Gemini. So it's like universe is telling you, hey Gemini, pause, just stop, because Geminis in general, you guys are very active folk and you are very positive and let's say extra energized people. So this time universe tells you, stop a little bit, pause, look around, think about your future. And Mercury, your ruler, being retrograde in your house of future, telling you, okay, let's decide where to go, let's think, and maybe possibly to reanalyze some parts of the plan, reshape some things, redraw the directions, re-choose, drop some things and prepare something else. But do not start. This time is just for preparation. So do not start anything new. Mercury being planet of communication and signing contracts, try not to sign important deals, contractual agreements during Mercury retrograde, meaning up until 25th of April. So almost whole month Mercury will be retrograding. So allow it plus 10 days after that, so up until May. Do not do plastic surgeries, but for you guys, it's mostly about your house of wishes and hopes. Everything is in your head happening, my dear Gemini, seems like. So whatever you're thinking, think twice. And maybe even to, a little bit, you might have some points to give it a second thought and, change plans. Also, 11th house is a friendship house. Maybe you will have to deal a lot of communication with your old friends. Someone like from past friends might be contacting you during whole April. That's amazing, isn't it? And 5th of April, Venus, planet of love and beauty, and also money, will move into your 11th house too, actually making all your friendships, friends and friendship circles, more kind of a united, having fun together. Venus here will soften, will make you more, let's say, nostalgic, maybe even. And in general, like first part of April, first week especially, we all will be feeling a bit more compassionate. Like generosity will be in the air, wanting to share with everything, with everyone, and helping, wanting to help. And this kind of feelings will be in the air, and we might feel extra around this first week of April. And on 8th of April, we have solar eclipse, new moon solar eclipse in this case. And new moons are all about new beginnings. And solar eclipse, if you just imagine new moon and it's 10 times stronger, now that's a solar eclipse. Eclipses happen because of the destiny nodes that I was telling about in my previous videos. Go check it out if you're interested. North node and south node, and it will happen in the same house of future for you, my dear Geminis. Now that's very interesting. In the evening of 8th of April, here in Central Europe, we might not be able to see it, on the sky, but we will have new moon solar eclipse. I will most probably make a separate video about this solar eclipse for each zodiac signs with more in-depth information, so stay tuned. And let me tell you something, only some of us will get the news of this solar eclipse exactly on this date when it happens. In general, it is same with all the eclipses and all the new moons and full moons. We get the news only like some of us exactly on that day when it appears. But for most of us, eclipses will be bringing the news during the month before and during the month after eclipse appears. So it might be that you've already got the news during March, or you will get the news during April after it appears. So give it a time to deliver the news. And let me tell you, eclipse is usually, the news of eclipse is usually like a stamp of destiny, of fate. It's kind of events or like some things are happening, life shifts, usually that we remember for long. Like it's like you can recall it all the time. And you can say definitely like around this time my life changed completely. Something like this sort. Like something we do once, like getting married or giving birth, or I don't know, moving to another country. Some things like it's like story of our life. These kind of points where there is no turning back. So that's why I'm telling not to make any decisions during eclipses is not advisable, because then it is hard to change that decision. But if you will make the decision, or you will have to do that, then make sure that the thing that you're gonna do is really what you want. And in general, 11th house, your future house, it's a very nice place to host this new moon, my dear Geminis. You will get a clear picture of your future, seems like, and Mercury pressing here to, rethink your plans for your future, and Venus here to, giving you more directions about your future, giving you vision, kind of like this, how to say, magic wand, when you can imagine this magic board where what you want for your future, and solar eclipse emphasizing your 11th house, your future, so that you think twice. And new moons are new beginnings. This solar eclipse has the power to bring something new to your future plans. So that's why stay tuned. It would mess up your plans, most probably, that you've already had some picture perfect plan for your future. But universe has its own way to act and make corrections into our plans. You know, those exactly this is exactly the job of eclipses. A little bit change the compass of the destiny or where we're moving for us. Like reminding us, hey, you are not moving there. You are going wrong. You should be here. Something like this, sort of, you know. New moon means like new beginnings. Something new is happening. Even like you might even be forming for yourself a new wish, new vision. You know, you might wish something. I would advise you to do so. Some kind of rituals would be amazing. And dear Geminis, you know, I will give you a few examples what this eclipse might bring, but not all these examples will apply to you all at once automatically, because we are all different on a different pathways, right? And that's why we're all Geminis, like, that's why all Geminis are different, because we are not only Geminis, we consist of 3 signs: our sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. And I advise you to check all 3 signs to you know, to get the full picture of the month. Because some of us born at night, some of us born at dawn, like with the first rays of sun, that would make you rising very strong if you're born like almost by the dawn. And I know that most of people, you know, check for their sun signs because their sun is Gemini, their sun is in Gemini zodiac. But if you know the fact, and for you guys, the facts are really important, I know this, my dear sharp Geminis, sharp-minded, that horoscopes are written for rising sign, actually. So, you know, make sure to check up your rising sign. What's your rising sign? If it's Gemini, then this is like doubles for you, this information. Of course, to check your sun sign too. It's very important too. But still, check your rising sign and moon sign, so you will get a really complete picture of what's ahead. Now, for some Geminis, let's come back to the message of this solar eclipse, new moon. For some Geminis, you guys will achieve great results around this, you know, solar eclipse. This solar eclipse has the power to bring you all these achievements. Might be having a new title, you know, getting a new title, or winning a prize for your past efforts and your work, which is done well. Could be also in sport, you know, if you're, for example, in like doing some sport, like professional athletes, or let's say you are even just in a company or a big corporation, you might be getting some sort of nominated to some kind of, I don't know, titles, prizes. You might become social media sensation, my dear Geminis. If this is your wish, this solar eclipse has to do, you know, has the power to bring this, I don't know, popularity, celebrity status to you, because it's a new moon, it's a new chapter. And the 11th house is the house of social media, house of internet, house of popularity, becoming famous to whole world. You know, if this is your wish, then you should stick with this solar eclipse, my dear Geminis, and work hard, and universe will hear you and deliver for you all this blessings, because this solar eclipse is as much as positive. I haven't seen this kind of eclipse in a long run. I mean, you know, eclipses usually are tough, but this one is such a sweet eclipse that news should be amazing and positive. Please do let me know what the news is about. I'm always interested in what's happening in your life. So please drop a comment so I can see and read if all this information resonates with you. If you've been also wishing to work in, let's say, NGOs, non-governmental organizations, 11th house rules non-governmental organizations like, I don't know, United Nations, all these kind of organizations, charities. This will be your time also to go ahead and, let's say, apply, or, you know, prepare actually application. Don't act on solar eclipse. You might react but not yet act, you know. Better to act in May, as I say. Some sort of social kind of butterfly might be awakening in you, like getting invitation to some events. This might be another already Geminis, you know, invitations to parties, or concerts or shows, because 11th house rules all this kind of events where a lot of people gather in one place. So some sort of kind of shows, I don't know, or even private parties, celebrity parties, VIP parties, this kind of things. Now, some of you might be expanding your social circle, having, let's say, entered into a new social circle, like friends, having new friendship circles, social clubs. If you are like discovered for yourself love of golf, maybe you will be like in this kind of social clubs where, or hockey, or any other like artists. Your Geminis are very talented. So if you've, discovered some sort of talent, and it seems like this eclipse will bring you that circle, that kind of new people surrounding kind of, and that will have same interests as you. So your circle is getting as much as possible like you, and which is nice, and which will be new people. And you might get new friends and get into new friendship groups. For some of Geminis, it might be, news about pregnancy, that you're becoming a parent, father or mother, and you might think a lot about responsibilities that you will have on your shoulders, considering that the ruler of this eclipse will shake hands with Saturn. And Saturn is planet of responsibilities. Seems like this eclipse might add up some responsibility, but that responsibility will be something that you may like, something that you will love, and especially like being a parent. In general, you will love the news this eclipse, brings, and as it blends perfectly with your, sign, because this eclipse will be happening in a sign that is so matching to yours, my dear Geminis. Whatever change will be happening in your life, please do let me know. Let me be happy for you too. Okay, 19th of April, Sun, giver of life, light of our universe, will move into your 12th house, indicating to take rest. Again, here you will have generally, like, April is the month where you need to sit back and just watch, kind of observe, think, rethink, and take rest. Get ready for your best year to come. That will come actually in May already, next month, on 25th of May, when Jupiter, giver of luck, planet of happiness, expansion, such a benefic planet, will move into your sign, making you the favorite zodiac sign for the whole year. So you should, have rest for now. Think for your future, because Jupiter, as soon as it knocks on your door, it will bring, all the gifts, and you should be ready, right? What to wish for your life. At times we never ready, actually. We kind of lost when people ask what we want in life, right? We have to think hard. So be ready and make sure that you really want that with all your heart. Whatever it is, you will get it this year or next. Now, 1st of April. Now, this is a big day. You can know this day, my dear Geminis. And at this day, we have this rare conjunction of Jupiter, planet of luck, and Uranus, planet of surprises, which will make exact handshake on 21st of April. But their conjunction, we're going to feel from, we are already been feeling it since second half of March, and we'll be feeling whole April and even May. But exact, let's say, conjunction, meaning they will be at the same exact degree in the same sign on 21st of April, and this day is a stellar day. These two benefics will be meeting in your 12th house. Now, this is private house, amazing. This is a subconscious mind house, and this is actually, like, as I said, whole month aspect. But this aspect is very rare. Let me tell you why. These two planets, Jupiter and Uranus, they meet every 14 years or so. And every time they meet in a different sign. Last time they met was in 2011. And next time they're going to meet will be in 2037. And at that time, they were going to meet in a different sign, meaning in a different zone of your life. And while it's here, use it. These two planets, they are both planets of expansion. Whatever they touch, they make it bigger, they expand it, they make it huge. And you might be actually, and again here, I will give you a few examples of what might happen, but not all will be related to you or for some other Geminis. Let's see. Some of you might be traveling somewhere far, or to some sort of an island, or kind of a place near water, in the nature, and you will love it, my dear Geminis. Because Jupiter and Uranus, they're like a travel planets. They are planets of expansion, and they are planets of traveling far. So it seems like many Geminis will move around this 21st of April, maybe right on time for your vacation, right before, as I said, to recharge, have a rest before your star year kicks in. You might enjoy it so much that you might decide to live there, actually. If you just wanted to travel, you might actually end up immigrating there, living there. For some Geminis, because 12th house is spirituality house, you might really get interested in astrology or any other esoteric science, like, I don't know, magic. Maybe you will buy around this date your first tarot deck, right? If you're not superstitious of like somebody is gifting it to you, then you might just go ahead and buy it. Or numerology or any other thing like related spirituality. 12th house is also subconscious mind house, as I said. And it seems like you might finally open up actually to yourself and be truly honest with yourself, and some sort of have new understanding of yourself and your motives of why you do particular things. I don't know why you leave. And in general, like, you might have a chance to speak with your subconscious mind, because Jupiter and Uranus meeting here, they have the power to open up it for you. You might start understanding yourself. If you're at that stage in your life where you're a bit lost, this will be 21st of April, clarity will come. Now, sort of allowing yourself to be free from all sorts of past conditioning, like behavioral patterns. You will get this chance, of healing, my dear Geminis. Lucky you. Some of you might get even sudden offer from your past workplace or somewhere far, like in a foreign land. Jupiter is a indicator of foreign, everything foreign and far. So it might be some sort of an offer for work, maybe. Anyhow, please do let me know what is the news about this too, because this is amazing aspect that I've been waiting, I don't know, for so long. And in astrology, it's very rare. That happens every 14 years. Now, let's move to full moon. 24th of April, we will have a full moon in your house of work. At 4 degrees. Now, those who are born around 24th of May, plus or minus 5 days, will be, let's say, under direct influence the most of this full moon. But this full moon will have harsh angle from Pluto, planet of transformation, a bit of unfriendly manner kind of between these two. And Pluto will be in your house of travel, traveling house, foreigner's house. Now, some of you might decide to change your job, to leave the place where you work. Or most probably that place was, let's say, and most probably that place was in a foreign country, or let's say in a, I don't know, multinational company, or some international sort of corporation. I don't know. Most of us will not like the message of this full moon, but universe is sending us news and the changes so that we get better. For some of you, my dear Geminis, it might be that your manager will put on you like more responsibilities, will give you more responsibilities which you won't welcome. You might not like it. And for some of you, it might be about not about work, but about health, because 6th house is a house of health in astrology. And this full moon might show you something about, health that require your attention. And as I say, full moon is all about endings. It's all about, something is finishing up, or it's just like a big bulb of light. It's showing some part of your life that needs your attention, and like immediate one. And if you have some sort of health issue, do go, to check it up. Don't put it on a later box. Also, if you've been dealing, let's say, with some sort of health issue already, then it could be about diagnosis that can come up. And here, I would really suggest and advise you to check up with other professionals too, like consult with other doctors too, and to recheck the final diagnosis. Strong indication of this full moon. For some of you, it might actually change your daily routine, this full moon. So it's like sixth house is our daily life, like what we do, our schedule, daily schedule, what we do every day. So you you might need, let's say, pause doing sports, or even stop doing sports, or change your work schedule, because let's say you got a baby and now you will sit home, or it might be you start working after maternity leave for some Geminis. So this kind of, reasons could be many, but the indication of this full moon is that something is, for some Geminis, is about this, everyday routine. Something is changing there, and some adjustments are needed. Or you might be, let's say, stop working with those who work under you. For some of you, those especially who are entrepreneurs, or who has their own, business. Sixth house is all those people who work for us, and you might need to, let's say, hire new assistants, maybe, because old ones are, let's say, left the job for some reason. There could be many reasons why your assistant might leave, or maybe you're gonna fire them. It's just the thing that there should be might be going some changes, in your stuff, work for you. Also, it seems like for some Geminis, you guys might need to travel because of work, like, let's say, business trip, or any other reason that you, again, might not like, that you have to travel somewhere. Now, and lastly, April will finish up with Mars, planet of action, planet of motivation, our engine, that sits inside us. On 30th of April, will move into your house of future and house of social circle. Now your social life might get extra, action. A lot of events to visit, a lot of activities with friends, with acquaintances. Might be that you will be thinking about how to act upon your wish that you want it to be your future, that you've been thinking about in the beginning of the month, how to realize it, like, make it a reality. And 11th house is also online, internet. So your online social media might be, requiring your attention a lot too. And now this was your horoscope for April, my dear Geminis. And please make sure to subscribe and like if you find information helpful, and if you think you learned something new. Stay tuned for an eclipse video. Bye bye.